Hello everyone. But before I start my version here, I would like to give a disclaimer. My slides and my presentation here is just the gist of my observation of the topic of being a lady by self and of the way I have seen the society in due course of my time on this planet. So there can be a difference of opinion, but I cut a sorry figure pre-handedly if there is any. So just take it as my observation without any preset notion. I'm here to speak on the topic shades of she. I have particularly selected the color pink, which we generally associate and resonate with the gender, with females. So I shall be swinging in between different shades of pink, and with every slide, the pink shade will turn a little darker and finally ending to the red. And we shall be discussing, I shall be just speaking on my version of the difference in each shade. But please note that every shade has the other shades in spots hidden. You will catch it up with the slides to come. Before I start speaking on the sheets here or the slides here, I would like to share something about the company I started. I started War Dealers Private Limited, world's first all-female localization company, providing genuine work from home opportunities to only females. Females who are capable and efficient enough to work and earn, but are not able to move out of the house. After having started my career with IIM Indore and served Narsimha Mumbai, I got married to a Tamilian and moved to the states of Tamil Nadu. And I was locked in the four walls. No, family did not stop me, no one stopped me, but the physical barrier of the hilly region stopped me from moving out on daily basis because the nearest management institute was as near as 52 kilometers from my home, and every day I had to drive 104 kilometers to make it to go to a working place. I did that for 5 months, but then I dropped the keys and I said, humse na ho paega. And there I got this problem to address. I got my mission. I got to realize that there are many other females sailing on the same boat. There are females who are capable, who are efficient enough, who want to go out and work, who can earn, may not only for the financial reason, but sometimes for their emotional call as well, but are not able to make it going out. What needs to be done for that? Something needs to be done for that. And there was this call of mine to start a company on this model in 2013 on work from home model. But there was also a catch, a call, and the reason for specific model of all female and only female. And that catch is here in these slides, which will tell you of my observation and my reason to pursue this passion. I have seen females transcending in between eras, contemporary era and even in between the time zones. There was this soft era, which I have shaded here in light pink, and this talks of the era probably of our grandmothers, where the females were mostly restricted and confined to the homes, all the girly, bubbly, pampering, soft roles they had to play, and also a big role of homemaker to play. But this era was not only of these females who were only confined to homes. Obviously, there were in those times the bold females out there like Jhansi Ki Rani and Velu Nachayar from Tamil Nadu and Indira Gandhi. We had females. As I stated, there are other spots of other shades also in each slide. But I have shaded this with the majority in that era. So there was this soft era. Then the society, with passage of time, took a transition. The women started stepping out of their homes, getting, educated. So this was a gentle awakening era. They got a face to the world. They moved out of the periphery of their home, and now they were out exposed to this big world out there. So they got educated, and with passage of time, they stepped into the growth era, where they were technically acquainted. They had made their good space in all the genres, all the professions, be it the academician, pilots, to technicians and corporate world were not. So this was, and this is, I think this is the era which we are into, a perfectly grown era. And, females are really doing fantabulously good jobs, and we think that they have really grown. But there is a confusion, there is an illusion in this, there is a matrix in this, which I'm going to share here with. My observation stated that in this era, no doubt, the society is also cooperating and supporting and doing credulously a good job of identifying such females who really have, created a history. They have created benchmarks, who have brought laurels to their family, to self, and to the society at large. We have some bold images here on the screen, be it Indra Nooyi, to Priyanka Chopra, to the sports personals. As I stated, we are everywhere now. But this era of growth and recognition, the stepping out and mingling with the world at large, and being in a rush of growing with every passing day, and as we say, they are rubbing shoulder to shoulder and moving fast with the society. Now this era is actually creating a problem. And the problem is of the dilemma. I'm here to talk of this respective shade of she, where this she, you can see different pictures on the screen. I feel that this is the risky most era also, along with growth, because this she has now got confused. She is, as rightly my fellow speakers stated, that she wants to be a super mom. She wants to do everything. उसे सब कर लेना है. She wants to be a good mother at home, a good caretaker. Then she has to, get up Sunny in the morning. Sunny, get up, you have to go to school. Sunny, ki papa, you get up, you have to go to office, making tiffins for them and sending them, and then rushing to the office. And to the office where she also has to report on time. And if she fails to do so for more than 3 times in a month, then there will be a salary cut. Performance at all levels, shunting in between the roles. And this makes it quite crucial. There are now, thankfully, options available after COVID that they can work from home. But the confusion you see, be it in office, if she's in office, she's coordinating for the people at home. And if she's at home, obviously she's doing both the jobs, all in one place. The confusion is mounting up, spurring up, and actually putting this gender in a very, very dark shade. And this, to my observation, has led the society into several repercussions too. The repercussions are, see, the female worldwide have experienced this era at different times. To quote an example of the females in Italy, the first news is from the year 1991, where the females in Italy outrageously rejected to deliver, to conceive. हमें बच्चे पैदा ही नहीं करने. Because when I read this article at length, I gathered that they rejected because they stated that we do not see the society and the partner at home, the person from the opposite gender, cooperating with us at all. And if we have to fight at all fronts, why should we be extending the family? I am not ready to compromise at all fronts. And the repercussion therewith is, the study says Italy is one of those 7 countries which offer financial incentives to the people from rest of the world if they marry their women. Now they are standing and asking rest of the world to come and get settled with them. The penal codes, IPC, and now changed, be it in India or be it in any other country in the world, are more inclined towards this gender. That's good. Okay, but that's not good also. A female can file a case on domestic violence, but there is no clause, I'm an advocate myself, there is no clause where a man can go and file a case for domestic violence. Now, these educated females who are well versed and well in knowledge, acquaintance of their rights, are now under this pressure, experiencing in this dark shade, you can see the background, red, cherry red, they are now exercising more of their rights by being educated about them. And the next study even says that not only for the domestic violence cases, the BBC report says females are the first one to escape from the pristine institution of marriage because they majorly are in reluctance to to cope up and to suffer with this unwanted pressure. Why me only? Because how many of us, we females out here, how many of us go back home to have a husband or a family cook for us? Please be honest. Please be honest. The society, because we have educated these females, we have made them to work, we have made them to grow, but we majorly are failing at other fronts to educate the other genders also. See, there is a high time, it's a high call. I think there needs to be some balance, else this shade is getting darker, because this female who is coming under pressure and stress is letting these repercussions to be faced by the society. Also, the females who file for divorce more has repercussion in some other way, where when we see the countries like Brazil and Mexico, where the crime rate is very high, and the reports and the studies say that the major reason is 70% of the population today in Mexico and Brazil comes from single parentship nurturing, compromised raising, upbringing. Credulously, it is leading to such criminal culture there. And that is the repercussion of the divorce mostly filed by the females. There is another impact, and the physical change and the nature is showing up, is hirsutism is increasing with the rate of 5 to 10% in America and an alarming rate of 3% in India. And hirsutism is the state when the females start growing mustaches and beard, and it lacks in boys at the same time. So women with mustache and men without beard, and it is on an increasing side. And the result in this article, which I read, I can make all the sources available. This article states that the changes in the lifestyle and the more pressure and stress that the females are carrying is the result for them to experience such physical changes. And last, I have selected the white background for this intentionally, because it is beyond any color shade now. When I was really, I got a big shock, and I think the society at large, we would agree, hum sabhi ko jhatka laga tha. When we read this news, when we heard this news, can we believe the lady Suchna Seth, she's one amongst the top 100 AI expert women in the world and was working on Harvard University projects, is the one who is accused of killing her own son because of the pressurized mental state, and not in cognizance and in acquaintance and in a cordial relationship with her husband, where the society is leading to and this gender is actually getting into. This is the worst shade that I really felt and thought of incorporating in my speech. So I think it's high time for us to take a call on this. It's high time for us to stop, to think, and act before she turns into a shearer and starts slaughtering. Because before she gets into the bloody stream, before she gets more into red, let's think. And I shared that I started this company for this cause, and this was my call, because I read this heat and this undercurrent that time. I thought it's really painful for a person like me who started earning at the age of 11, who was financially independent from day one. Oh, I'm sitting at home, So there was this tussle always there on my mind as well. कि घर पे बैठूं या बाहर काम करने जाऊं. Okay, and then there is this guilt also in parallel. If I am a mother, then I have a guilt of leaving my baby either to a crèche or to some relatives, and then the whole day in the office sitting and thinking whether she's safe. Oh, they must be treating her, and this and that. And then the whole day I'm on phone. Hey, have you taken food? This, don't go there. This, that. Just imagine the pressure. Does this mount on the other gender? Please, I'm not a feminist, but it's mounting only on this specific gender, and the society really need to take a call on this, because either we take a call and make a harmony amongst the colors and shades and let all the colors gel up good to have a coherent and cordial atmosphere in the society, else. The butterflies who are known for their beautiful light colors and shades are also turning black now. Take a call, make a move. Thank you.